What up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jace Miller. This is episode 2 of the podcast, talking about our Dynasty Football League. Today we have our co-hosts Aaron and Sam, and our guest star Lucas Radke. Anything you want to say, Lucas? Jumping into this.
No, I think they mentioned me a little bit last episode.
We sure did.
You know, whether it was good or bad, but I guess I won the league last year, so
Yeah,
I'm trying
Lucas.
to repeat.
By 1 point.
It was by 1 point.
So let's break this down real quick. They're sitting next to each other. You guys talk about your. They were both in the championship last year, and I'll let them explain what happened.
Yeah, so it was my first year of fantasy last year. Didn't really know what I was doing, but I prepared pretty well, I feel like. And it, I guess, paid off. I don't know if it was blind luck or if it was actual preparedness, but I made it to the championship round against Lucas, the vet. Literally the vet versus the rook. Couldn't have scripted it any better. It was a great playoffs, and last game, I think it was a Monday night game for that week for the championship, and literally the last play of the game could have won me it. Didn't matter. Lost by 1 point to Lucas, and I'll never live it down.
Yeah.
And so now I think there's a rivalry, kind of unintentional.
Yeah.
I did feel bad at the time, and
Sure didn't make that apparent.
And really, it really came down to I had 2 good tight ends, so I started Sam Laporta and quote to make it interesting.
And I told him to start Sam Laporta.
He did do that.
If he would have kept his other tight end in, and I wouldn't have said anything, I would have won.
Yeah, I believe if I remember correctly, it was Hawkinson.
Yep, Hawkinson,
I think
TJ Hawkinson.
who is mid.
Yep.
It's coin
But
flip.
he was projected higher for that week,
Yes.
and you started Laporta instead. So.
Yeah, so I started Laporta to make it interesting, and it did make it interesting.
It sure did.
So I think that now there's Aaron's get back is this week. We
Yeah, go ahead.
We go against each other in semifinals. He does have Josh Allen, and as I mentioned, when you have Josh Allen, anything's possible.
And we're 1-1 on the season. I won the first, literally opening week of this year. We faced off. I won. Then I should have won again, but it was an absolute madhouse the second week we faced, and then you won. So it's just a rivalry that keeps on giving, and we're only in year 2.
Yeah, love that.
So excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
And like 30 seconds, just hit on the Amon-Ra, Nico Collins trade too at the beginning of the year.
Gosh. Yeah, if he pulls it up. So I wanted Amon-Ra going in, like he was pretty much my number 2 besides Josh Allen, and obviously you went in the first round, and so I was out to get him, and Lucas got him. And I made I think one trade before, but then I literally sold the house for the next 3 years to get Amon-Ra. And I was pretty happy about the trade throughout the season. Like he's definitely coming clutch. But then I look at what Nico Collins has done, and I don't know what number receiver he is, but he's still good. Like he's still a good receiver. So I don't know if the trade was worth it yet. I think it'll be more so telling after this week is over. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about it, but I like having Amon-Ra for the next however many years he plays. So
Yeah, I think from my perspective, as a Lions fan, I would have, St. Brown would retire on my roster going into it. Because I never get Lions players on my other leagues, but it was an offer I couldn't refuse. It does, in hindsight, it goes against everything I believe in fantasy, which is scheme and team over the talent. I do believe St. Brown's a better player. But ultimately, when it's Nico, a first, a second, a fourth, a first, and a second, not all in the same year, but throughout the next 3.
next 3 years.
It was tough. It was tough It was tough to say no to that.
Yeah,
and
you can't pass
ultimately,
that up.
I think it does go against what I believe in. But Nico, a worse offense, but he has turned it on since week 9. He's turned it on, and ultimately he's wide receiver 7 in our league.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good for.
Yeah. I was worried about his injuries because he's missed multiple games over the entire course of his NFL career.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't like that pick. Or actually, I think I traded for him. So I wasn't in love with it, but in hindsight, he's still he's wide receiver 7. So
Yep.
But
All right, let's jump forward to Sam's matchup coming up.
Oh, boy.
Against Zach. Zach won 2 years ago in our league. Tried to get him out here on the podcast. He wasn't able to make it. But how you feeling about going into the matchup against Zach?
Cool as a cucumber. I've been talking so much smack this year.
Yeah.
And it's just been so much fun because my team has kept on winning, luckily for me. And so being able to back up the smack talk has just been so much fun. And I'm going to keep on doing it and just driving it over the edge until I lose.
Yeah.
And it was so great because Zach actually texted me. And I'm just going to pull up the text because it cracked me up. It was so unlike him, and then just out of the blue.
did he text you personally?
Yeah.
Oh.
He sent me a personal text, and he said, "Looks like it's me and you in round 2, Samuel." I just responded with, "I'm so sorry, Zachary. I'm going to have to kill you for my own selfish gain." And then his response was, "Remember, Sam, all it takes is one well-placed stone. Goliath was never an issue for David." It's so good.
Oh my god.
So the trash talk it's healthily flowing between everyone.
Yeah.
But man, I tell you what, your text that you sent that like I'm talking so much smack for no reason and everyone else has been here before. I was like, oh man, that's so true.
Yeah.
And anything can happen. So the fact that Zach is even in the semifinals is terrifying.
It's crazy.
I'm starting to get some PTSD because this is my first trip here, which is it seems wild because I feel like I've had good teams over the years that should have been there, but just injuries, random things happen.
Yep.
It's fantasy football.
Yep.
So I'm going to ride it until I can't anymore.
Absolutely.
The thing that did scare me is if I would have had to play round 1, a lot of my players that I would have started did not do great.
Yeah.
So I probably would have lost round 1.
Yeah.
So that round 1 bye was sweet. One more week of trash talk.
Yeah, so we got Thursday night coming up, Rams versus Seahawks. That'll be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fantasy players in that. And then, yeah, so I'm excited to see how this plays out. It'll be my prediction going into it. If I was to get, honestly, I don't know about Lucas and Aaron. I feel like that's a coin flip. I would like to see Sam be in the championship. It's too good of a team not to be.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, personally for me, how I'd like to see it, it'd be Lucas, who won last year, versus Sam, who's talked all the crap this year. Just kind of see who wins it out. But if Aaron, gets that redemption in the championship, that'd be sweet as well. So you got a lot to look forward to. Let's jump into a little bit of, off-season trades now, where teams are kind of standing. How do you guys think? Obviously, just to recap for my team, slowly rebuilding. Just have a ton of first-round picks. I'm down to like 16 first-round picks now. Just recently picked up Drake London and Genty, which I thought was a good pickup. And then, Aiden's team, dude, he's like on a 6 week win streak or something.
Yeah.
He started just going off when it was too late.
Yeah, but good for him. I mean,
Yeah.
like in a good spot now going forward, which is cool. Jake sold Chase, London, all of his like big name players, and I think he's in a rebuild, and he doesn't really have a lot of picks either. So I'll be interested to see how Jake pulls this one out. He still has, cornerstone players, but anyone else you guys want to touch on? I want to touch on everybody, but if anyone wants to jump in.
I think my most curious prospect of what they're going to do after this is now Justin.
Yeah.
Because Justin has a lot of really like heavy hitters. Him and Pearson both actually. And Justin, like the number one person I can think of is Justin Jefferson, who did nothing this year.
Yep.
And everyone knows he's like so talented.
Yep.
So there's no way he stays in this spot. So is Justin going to try to move off of him? Is he going to just hold him? Is he going to try to get as much as he can, buy high, sell low? Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's probably my number one, like on the radar to see what's going to happen.
Yep.
Because it's no fun to have a cornerstone player like that who's supposed to just produce week after week and they did nothing all year.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep getting burned by that.
Yep.
That's the crazy thing about fantasy football is that your emotions come into play, and you're like, I can't deal with this anymore.
Yep. And Pearson sold his first 3-round picks for the next 3 years for
Yeah.
Chase, which
Yep.
so he kind of doesn't really have a future, I think. So, but he's kind of all in, I feel like, right now.
Yeah, I'd agree with the Justin take. Looking at his team and speaking with him personally, I think he definitely is feeling the emotions of some of his players and not having a first or second round pick this year.
He doesn't?
He doesn't.
Oh, my.
Tough.
And from my experience in Dynasty, after the second round, it gets a bit thin. With us only keeping 12 players, that does add some, or a max of 12, that does add some veteran talent to the pool. Ultimately, all the good players will not be dropped. So, you're kind of, once you get to those later rounds, you're kind of banking on some guys working out. An example I have is in my one league, I had Nico Collins in the third round prior to his breakout. So it happens. It definitely happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it's definitely, not having a first is definitely tough. And looking at him, you got, Barkley down here. I still Barkley's a great player, but I think similar to what I said, I think their scheme's just really poor right now. Brees Hall's on the Jets. I think that's all I need to say about that one. Jefferson, I think McCarthy's okay, but they're just not. He just can't get him the ball. To be fair, I did watch Jefferson drop a touchdown wide open in the hands, but still. Devontae Adams old, just hurt his hamstring. Aaron Jones is old. Metcalf, not a fan of Metcalf on the Steelers. Won't have a quarterback here soon. Hawkinson doesn't do much, as I mentioned. Ertz tore his ACL. A lot of old pieces, and when in fantasy, if you don't win with old pieces, it definitely is tough because no one wants to buy those guys either.
Yeah.
I could see Jefferson and Barkley moving to a different team. I really could.
You almost have to at this point.
Right.
He'd either win next year or he is not in a good spot going forward. So.
he's got some I like RJ Harvey a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Dobbins was a 1-year deal, and he's very injury prone. So
Yeah.
he's got pieces, but I think those two pieces come once playoffs are over.
Yep.
I could see people that have a couple first-round picks
Yeah.
potentially reaching out to him, as I think he needs some.
Aaron, you want to talk about who should we? Ryan Clark's team.
Ryan
Pull him
Clark.
up. See what you think.
Let's see what he's got here.
I just saw Lucas's reaction.
Sorry, Ryan. What is there to say?
Yeah, there's almost nothing.
Oh shoot, bro.
There's
Bro,
almost
he's got
nothing.
brisket.
Yeah. He does have-
Hey, yo, he's like QB3 though.
Kyron Williams is great. He's a good running back, but with a pass heavy offense like the Rams. I don't know. That's probably his best player, and then Mbuka. He was so good at the beginning of this year, but just kind of dropped off. Cooper Kupp, again, someone who used to be good, but he's 32 years old. So
Yeah.
but he does have Malik Neighbors, Travis Hunter, and
Yeah, dude, his
Tyreek Hill
IR
on his
looks
IR.
sexy.
So, he does have some ace in the holes, but with no first round picks this year, he's got a few in 2027. So,
He did just sell Genty.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
he
I'm
did-
looking at
he
his
did.
team right now. Who's his RB2?
yeah,
He
it
just
was
sold me
Genty.
Genty, so he got 3 first-round picks in 2027. So I think he
Oh,
understands
that's
the
right.
situation. Just
Okay.
Yeah,
rebuild.
Yep.
And that's what I told him. I was trying to get some other guys talking about Neighbors and stuff. And he's like, I'm just gonna hold for right now and kind of see how the
think
next
that's-
couple of years play out. So
that's a smart play there. But yeah, it's next year or two. It's gonna be a toss up.
yeah.
But
What about who's next?
You know who's a middle of the pack sleeper is Evan's team.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me
Because
about it.
Evan, everyone kind of thought his earlier picks were, going Jaden Daniels, which we talked about in the first podcast. Everyone thought his picks were a little wacky. And then, obviously, he's a little memer picking all of the Commanders team. Didn't work out this year, but, I mean, he's got Patrick Mahomes, he's got Henderson, Waddle, and honestly, if the Dolphins make their changes in the offseason, if Tyreek never comes back, Waddle is, like, obviously a clear wide receiver one. He's got Kelsey's probably retiring, Ted McMillan. So he has a lot of good rookie talent, lots of younger guys.
McLaurin. Well, he's an
McLaurin's,
older one,
older. But he still has to, he's got quite a few missing pieces that he needs to fill. But he does have 2 first-round picks next year.
And early.
Early, exactly. So
Early.
he could set himself up to be a real powerhouse next year, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah. that'd be
I'm
cool to see.
really excited for the first draft of Dynasty, the rookie draft, because you have all these rookies and there's not a lot coming from this draft class. I feel like there's not many really big names. I mean, there's obviously a few, but it's going to be really interesting because this year, I mean, Travis Hunter ended up getting hurt, but like Ashton Genty, again, he was on a bad team, so that's a toss-up. But just to see how it directly affects the next year is going to be really interesting on the rookie draft to see it. Like, I know it is beneficial to have first-round picks, but how beneficial is it immediately following? Obviously, it's probably for rebuild and holding on to players and stuff like that, but yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm excited for next year.
I really love the aspect of us switching to this Dynasty League because it goes from, in a redraft, everyone's going to be like stealing all of the people who are already solidified versus Dynasty. There's so much thought that goes into, I have to pick a player who might not be the best the year I draft him, but I'm looking years down the road.
Yep.
It's just a total different mind game.
Yep.
That is going to be really hard for me to switch my mind of like, hey, this is not for this next year or even the year after. This is for 3 years from now. That's going to be really hard. I mean, I don't really have to worry about it this next draft because I have 0 first-round picks, 0 second-round picks, and I think 1 third-round pick. So my team, I have no idea what I'm going to do because I don't even know if I have 12 players that I want to keep on my team. So it's
just got to win
really,
now.
really interesting. But yeah, it's changing the mindset. It's going to be tough for me, but we'll see how it goes.
Lucas, can you just touch on Ryan Ames' team? Ames team, real quick.
That's Jake Bates, right?
Yep. That's what I was just
Let's
looking
see. Don't mind it. He's got 2 firsts. He'll have Sam's first, when ultimately that's picked. It'll be 9 through 12, which, based on experience in rookie drafts, that's fairly hit or miss on the players that end up going in that range. But Drake May, John Taylor, good. Pacheco, absolutely terrible. Not saying I love Pacheco in the draft. When he first came out, I thought he'd be their guy. Ultimately, not their guy. There was a report prior to their game saying he won't be involved in the offense and going forward and next year. So, which if that's the case, I'm not too sure he'll be worth anything. Diggs is old, but on a good team. Pickens will get a big deal. I think if Pickens stays in Dallas, I think that will be very good for him. Not sure if he will. This last couple weeks he's been his body language has been poor like it was in Pittsburgh, so I'm curious to see if Big Jerry will sign him to that deal he wants. Olave I like, just kind of a rough team, but Tyler Shuck's been okay. So Juwan Jennings is all right. His tight end room's not a big fan. I mean, Jake Ferguson did get paid. Oh, he does have Laporte. Okay, so he's got some pieces with 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks.
Yeah, I feel like as you kept talking there, I was like, this keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. His running back room, he does no RB2. He has a bunch of RB2s in real life, but he doesn't have an RB2 in fantasy. But with those late first-round picks in terms of fantasy, I mean, you're looking at, in terms of the NFL draft, you're probably looking at second and third-round picks. So examples of like Trayvon Henderson, Judkins of like this past year that were second-round picks in the draft and that corresponded to a mid to late first round pick in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's definitely some names in this draft that could fall. And the running back, I think, in NFL is just so it changes all the time.
Yeah.
Like the Vikings could have a new running back, the Chiefs could have a new running back. You know, there's a handful of other teams that could fall into that boat too. So you never know.
Yeah.
But him having some draft capital, I think he could really beef up his team, and he also trade those for active, current talent too. So
Yep.
Yeah, and I traded him Jennings and Diggs for Dowdle, which
Yeah.
don't like that
Bro,
trade
you should have
anymore.
known when I moved off of Dowdle. It was time. It was over.
I do
Yeah.
love that he traded away CD Lamb. Like he has CD Lamb too.
Yeah.
It's just like
not a fan of that.
it's scary, but I mean he's still doing well. So
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say about his team real quick is just Drake May actually looks legit. Like he does like top 5 fantasy quarterback going forward, I think. So when you have a piece like that, you'll be contending for a while. So
Yeah.
but let's move on. Is that every team we talked about? I think.
We didn't talk about Zach Taylor's.
We didn't talk about-
Anyone in playoffs, I was not
Oh,
going to
okay.
talk about, which is
okay.
you four.
That
So
makes sense.
we can have another off-season one. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Really, we have another 20 minutes to talk about stuff.
What was that list that you sent out? Did we hit everything there?
Talk about.
You guys excited for the challenges at all?
Oh,
for
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about the next
rookie
draft.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good. I love how there's actual football skills involved in it.
Yeah.
It's not just
So real quick,
random
I'll run
games.
through the list.
Yeah.
If I can mentally remember them. Are you gonna pull it up?
Pull up a YouTube video.
Oh yeah, no, it's on YouTube video.
Yeah.
Real quick, it doesn't need to be all of them, but Halo 1v1. I'm very excited for that. There's a lot
That's
of
gonna
trash
be
talk
great.
last year, so I'm excited to see who actually comes out on top.
Easy.
Then there's football accuracy throw, football distance throw, 40-yard dash, vertical jump, memory games, skill games, Mario Kart, stuff like that. So yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of fun hanging out with the guys again. We're also adding the dynamic of switching from defenses to one defensive player, which I think will be a really interesting take, and just something more to compete for. So I feel like this was a really good year one to kind of feel out things, see how people enjoy it, and then year 2 will be experimenting some things, and then year 3 and onwards can be like, okay, this is what worked, this is what we enjoyed doing,
Yeah.
and we'll have a good 15, 20 years doing this together, and
There's a lot of stuff. Maybe we can pull that up, and there's a lot of things that we need to discuss as well, like rule changes and everything, and how the
Penalties.
league is gonna penalties. How
Yeah.
the league is gonna work. I don't know if we want to talk about that at all, but
yeah, that's what's fun about this too, is like kind of working through it together, just figuring out what works and
Yeah.
what. Accidentally blundered a trade. We're not supposed to trade with people in the playoffs, and I sent Aaron a trade.
and I accepted
and
because
Aaron
I
accepted.
literally did not think about it once that I'm not supposed to be trading.
Yeah, Lucas said it was a terrible trade, so I guess maybe it's a good thing it got vetoed, but it's going to get revisited after Aaron gets eliminated this week. So
Yeah. Okay.
I think I have a couple other leagues that I'm in. I've been in a couple for ones in year 4 or 5, Dynasty, and with some of the most try-hard kids I know. And ultimately, this league's way more active, what I think is fun. Do I think some of the trades are absolutely insane? I do.
Yeah.
That makes it fun.
Yeah.
In my other leagues, like, for example, Jace traded for Drake London. I love Drake London as a player. I think he's in a really bad situation, personally. But that ultimately was basically a first-round pick. Because, what was it? You gave up your first-round pick?
yeah, Jeremiah.
So I think Jake absolutely made out. He got pick 101. And for college, Jeremiah Love's an absolute monster prospect for 101. But I think it's fun when the stars are a first-round pick, and it's nothing super crazy. Like my other league, that's multiple first kind of player.
Dang.
Or multiple first, like to get Jeremiah Love first overall, it's multiple first,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think that's going to make for a very fun offseason, but I also think once we do the rookie draft, I think people want to kind of put a value on first. Like right now, I don't think anyone.
No.
I think it's kind of free for all, which is fun.
Yep.
I'm not blaming anybody for doing any trade. I just think it's awesome
Yeah.
that it's available. Like trades like that, neither ones don't go down very often. So I think this is more fun, more exciting.
Yeah, and just for me, for an example, I have there's almost no value on first round trades or first round picks to me right now. I mean, they are valuable, but to me, at the beginning of the year, it was I'm getting this player for free, pretty much.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll see the fruits of my labor after this draft. But yeah, to just note on what you said, like most of us have never done a dynasty league and that are in this league, so like you said, most of us don't know what the value of a first round pick is. So we'll see.
You know what I'm drooling thinking about? Whenever those 2029 draft picks come up to be able to trade.
Yeah, when do those come available?
Oh no.
I want some players.
And it'll be after this draft. They'll show up.
Oh, shoot.
Dang.
It only does it 3 years out. One thing in our other leagues, if you trade those, we make you pay half of your dues up front, so you don't leave.
Oh,
I don't think that's a problem in our league. I don't think people are just gonna tank their team and dip. I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
We only did it because we had a couple of guys we weren't sure on. Yeah, I think people, a lot of don't have a value, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely making some moves for sure. I'm acquiring picks. But as an example of a couple years ago, Malik Neighbors came out. I made a trade to get that pick, got Malik Neighbors, absolute superstar. So I think, but then there's also in that same, or I think it was that draft, it was 2023 draft. A good example is, there's 4 receivers taken in order. It was like Smith and Jigba, Addison, Quentin Johnston, and Zay Flowers. Pretty much all mid. And those were all first round picks, so it's like, okay, was that even worth it then?
Yeah.
Obviously, JSN's worth it now, but
Years later.
Sometimes they're very mid.
Yeah.
You know? Or sometimes there's Gibbs and Bijan draft where they're absolute superstars. So it's definitely a gamble. I think trading for good talent can definitely be worth it. If, especially if our league, they're going for just one first.
Yeah. I think you said, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you told me that Keon Coleman went in the first round.
Yes.
And that scared me so badly. He's projected.
Immediately traded him away illegally.
Well, he's projected 3 points, and I mean he's still young, so a lot could happen in the future. But it's just these first rounds could literally be bench warmers for 3-4 years. So it's exciting to have 16 first round picks. So it's but how much does that really matter? I don't know. So the idea of getting some key players throughout the years to kind of balance it out might be.
Yeah, I think once the draft goes through, let's say hypothetically, Jeremiah Love, absolute superstar running back. People then, okay, wow, if I have the first, second pick, I can get a superstar, basically.
Yeah.
I think that'll kind of put it in perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
But then they'll also see, a Keon Coleman goes, I don't remember off the top of my head, but mid-first. Terrible.
Do we think we're going to see any rookie quarterbacks go in the first round? Or would they not? Do you think people would not waste a first-round pick on something like a quarterback? Would it only be more so like a running back and wide receiver? And I haven't even thought about it because I don't have any picks. But now that I'm saying it out loud, it's really making me think, do you go with running back or wide receiver versus quarterback and tight end? Because I feel like those are a lot riskier of picks where if they don't play out, then it's harder to get a really good replacement for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see quarterbacks go very often in the rookie drafts. Even the Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, that draft, there were 6 first-round quarterbacks in the NFL draft. And I don't think any of them went first round.
Wow.
And that's mainly because, the skill guys are, harder to come by, but having a top PPR receiver compared to he's probably going to outscore a quarterback. We have quarterback settings to where they score a little bit more than normal, which is good. I think that gives them a little bit more value. But I think, most teams aren't going to be like in our league aren't going to be looking for a quarterback. I mean,
Yep.
there's only 12 teams.
Yeah.
There's most of us have 2 quarterbacks even on the roster. I don't think you're really looking for one that often.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have let's say you had a Stafford and Stafford and Rodgers. I don't think that happens. Hypothetically, if you did,
Yeah.
2 old guys, you might
Yeah.
need somebody, a rookie that won't play right away for you probably, but someone that you can bank on. I'd say those kind of seem to be later, like second
Yeah.
or third, maybe the very last pick of the first, but you're trying to fill it because you're keeping 12, you're definitely keeping your quarterback usually.
And there's usually a quarterback or two that does surprisingly well that's not even on a team that you pick up off waivers during the season.
Yeah.
There's
Daniel
always
Jones,
flyers.
I mean, for
Yeah.
example, he wasn't necessarily supposed to be that good, but yeah, he was killing it up until he got injured.
Yeah,
But
and
usually
you gotta fill your team with more skill guys.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
Yeah.
typically you're gonna see the first probably 12 picks will all be skill guys.
Yeah.
Crazy things happen in our first draft. So I don't know. But in theory, that's what I would predict.
Yeah.
In the upcoming draft, I think the Indiana quarterback will probably be the first pick overall. And usually there's a couple quarterbacks because I think NFL teams, they try to fill that spot and they overdraft players sometimes. But I think potential. I don't think any of us are we need a quarterback really.
Yeah.
So
which is so interesting because quarterbacks are pretty much the highest scoring people on the team
Can be,
usually,
yeah.
but there's only one of them, so I guess that makes sense.
I will say I definitely need a quarterback. I got Tyler Shaw and J.J. McCarthy. So, if a Jaden Daniels prospect came,
Jace,
If McCarthy settles in, man, could be good. Could be good.
see, we'll see. But the idea of getting a quarterback, if it's a prospect like Daniels or something that with running opportunity, I feel like I'd be okay taking a first rounder.
If you get a quarterback and you change your team name to anything resembling them, we already know it's over. That guy's already got the door on the way out, man.
I'm trying to find a guy I can take to and team name, buy his jersey, get really committed to, but I haven't had that guy yet. So
I think I might go do that with Scadaboo. Dude, I love Scadaboo, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a great 3 years until he literally can't walk right because he
Sure.
hits so hard, or he gets hit so hard and he hits so hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love watching him and the Giant dude. Him and oh gosh, I forgot.
Dart?
Yeah, Jackson Dart. Just so fun to watch. I was literally excited to watch a Giants game, which was so foreign to me because I used to be a Patriots fan, and I watched them lose their perfect run in the Super Bowl to the Giants. So the Giants have always been a team that I've hated. But man, I was so excited to watch Scadaboo and Dart just absolutely kill it out there. But I hope he has a breakout year next year. It's gonna be good.
You got to figure out your team name before you win the championship, because if you're going to win back-to-back, you don't want that thing filled up with random names.
Yep, I agree.
It's got to be
I
a
agree.
consistent name.
Yep.
no one will know who it is.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, I think on the trophy it says your team name and underneath says Lucas.
Oh, I might.
But yeah, either way, I like the consistency of it.
Yeah, I think once you win, you can't change your name.
I'll find out what the trophy says next year when it's here at my house.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that
was gonna say,
next year award ceremony. Oh yeah, we're sitting here on the couch, 2,000-point season, 200-point game.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some awards to hand out. I'm so pumped for that.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
It's gonna be cool.
I guess I can bring up the idea. I brought up an idea to Jace. Not sure how we'll execute it or if we'll execute it. But it was the idea of having, they give out the MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, those awards.
Nice.
In NFL, I was thinking maybe there's a way we can implement it into our league. So hypothetically, I personally think Stafford's going to win the MVP if I was a voter. I mean, it could be Drake May. But whoever has them on their team gets something. We were kind of going back and forth a little bit on what to do.
Or just even coming up with our own
could be.
awards to give out for I don't know what it would even be, or I don't have an idea of what an award would be, but even coming up with our own awards for our own league, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
We'll get Roger Goodell to come in and announce it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we got lots to talk about on March 1st. It's gonna be a big.
Can't wait to have our draft party
Yeah.
at Ford Field though. That's
When
gonna be sick.
Yeah.
when do we have a date for our draft party?
No, so
Thinking.
March 1st, we'll talk about all the things we want to talk about, and then decide a date.
Got it.
I'm honestly probably just gonna lean towards like early May or middle May. I know it's
Can we
not
do it later?
No,
after
no,
the
no. Listen.
the draft.
Well, it's obviously has to be after the draft.
Yeah.
But I know it's ideal for August, but I do just love the idea of like having the summer to like also just like, okay, I took this guy early, and like as rumors come out, people will be trading, and I think it's just more exciting than doing it right before, because then everyone's going and it's game time.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what the crew wants to do.
It is definitely more of a crapshoot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
when it's that early.
Banking on injuries
Yeah.
or
Yep.
the depth chart.
There's just a lot more that comes into play.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, the first round guys, I mean, if you're picked in the first round of the whole draft, you're at least getting a look at starting. So, I mean, those guys taken then are, good, but you won't know of the steals, really, when you're kind of banking on just kind of your own research at that point, which is fine. I'm not against it, because I do a lot of mine.
Yep.
On my own, just like specifically receivers. I've hit on a few between Neighbors and Tet in my other league. So
Yeah.
yeah, late. I'm not a fan of the early one, but I'm a fan of whatever weekend works for everybody. That makes it way more fun.
Yeah.
True.
At the end of the day.
Especially that we can trade on draft day. Like, I will be making a trade. I'm not sure who it's going to be with. But if a player falls, we're making the call.
Yeah.
We're trading up.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Just having the guys together, just, having the competition and drafting, it's just nothing better. So,
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to wrap this up in like 9 minutes. You want to talk about anything else that you guys can think about? Or we can even end it early if you want.
Predictions
Do predictions.
About what?
for playoffs.
What's there to predict?
I could do.
All right,
What about
let's
like
do it.
some waiver wire steals? Some of the best waiver wire pickups through the season. I only bring that up because I can only think of one guy, and it's Michael Wilson. That dude
He's
has-
on your team?
Yeah, dude. I can't think of like another player that anyone else picked up that may have immediately had a great role, but
Christian Watson.
Christian Watson, you got off the waiver? Mm-hmm.
That's a fine one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
did.
he had some really good games
Yep.
when you needed him most, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you're right. I honestly only can really think of Mike Wilson. I feel like there's a couple of guys that were fine for a couple of weeks, but then kind of fell
Right.
off, and that still might be Mike Wilson. But
Yeah, I think so.
he's been on a heater for 4 or 5 games. So
Could do trades. I think you guys did trades last time.
yeah, there's so many
Since
trades.
then, I have a couple to think of. I mean, I don't know if you guys talked about the Jason one last time. I wanted to hate on Evan a little bit.
Sure, dude. Hate on Evan. Yeah.
Evan, I'm sorry, I took your guy. It was another one where it was basically a first round pick. It was his first round pick, which whatever. But I just it's just in my mind, it's just like, that's insane. You'd accept that, but in our league's different. I gotta understand that.
Yeah.
Another one is the CD Lamb trade. Disgusting. In my opinion, if I can find it.
Yeah, it was
Who was it,
nuts.
Sam?
It was Rico Dowdle
Yep.
and Chris Olave for Lamb.
I mean,
Yeah.
actually, to me, that's just insane. I mean, Lamb's a monster
Yep.
on a monster offense with no defense, so they throw the ball all the time.
Do you know what pains me? I sent Ryan, Drake May, and a 2026 first for Joe Burrow, and I had Burrow for maybe a week on my team after that. Like, there's a
Wow.
couple of trades where I'm just like, that was the most. I sent Justin a 2026 first for Xavier Worthy, who didn't have one game over 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like I was just rushed and kind of let my emotions go. I still do, but
We know.
yeah.
Jace is probably the craziest fantasy player I've ever played with. I mean, I'm a big guy. Love having first round picks. I think it's fun, so I understand. I also think trading your whole team away is kind of insane.
Hey, we're coming back.
Hey, you're getting some players.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't like the Genty trade, but that's just kind of how I like it. The scheme and team for me is so important,
Yeah.
and their offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, I'm just hoping, like, I'm not going to be seriously competing for another 2 years, you know, so I'm hoping they invest in, if not then.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I like him as a player. I just think
Yeah.
it's so, I mean, having 2027 is going to be a pretty big rookie class, so
Yeah.
I think having picks in that class, especially the first pick, having Jeremiah Smith on your team is going to be.
I'm kind of curious. I feel like I can kind of compete a little bit more. In my prediction, let's do some predictions for 2027 or 2026 next year. So in a year from now, who is the worst team? I think it's probably Ryan Clark.
Ryan
my
Clark's
opinion.
the worst.
I
A
think
year
so.
from now.
A year from now.
Either him or Jake, just because I feel like Jake has a lot of building to do.
Yeah, no offense for being the worst. I'm just saying we're all going to be the worst eventually.
Oh, for sure.
I just think Ryan Clark probably gets that. Either that or me, but I feel like I'm bottom 5 for a while.
I mean, Ryan's not a bad shout. I mean, having Neighbors, I'm a big Neighbors guy.
Yep, Neighbors would
I
be.
mean,
And Ibuka could be that guy. Like,
yeah, he's kind of faulting from a bad offense as of late.
Yeah.
yeah.
That Bucks team, not sure what's going on there. The coach called out his own players, so they're not doing what they need to do. I mean, I see their coach getting fired, which could cause. I mean, Baker's a good player. They do it. I mean, Evans is the guy there until he's not. So
I think this is probably his last year, honestly. Like,
yeah, he's got a lot of injuries.
yeah, a lot of injuries.
I take back what I said about Jake. He's got I forgot he has your first round pick. Plus he has Pearson's first round, which will be towards the later half. But he has a lot of room to make up for his wide receiver room. But he has a couple solid pieces he could definitely build around. So it's interesting just to see how that'll work out.
Yeah.
My prediction, I like Ryan's direction, but I would say Ryan Clark probably would be my guess, just based on he has some older guys, but and I mean ACLs nowadays are definitely different, but I mean you never know how long it's different person to person. So especially if you look, the first couple weeks Neighbors isn't there. I mean Tyreek Hill's probably done. Travis Hunter, you never know either, playing both ways. I think.
Yeah.
First couple weeks for him next year might be a bit rough, depending on what he does in the off season. But
Yeah.
I would agree that I think that's probably my pick.
Yeah.
I'm kind of terrified for next year for myself.
I was
Like
just
said.
looking at your team. You got some solid people.
Yeah.
You have a good core. You just have
That's
to
true.
maybe trade one core piece to build better depth elsewhere. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some big off-season stuff happening.
we really do.
Yeah, the keep 12 makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Definitely.
Should we lower that? Should we just keep 10?
No. 12 is
I
fine.
think it's
Six.
I think 12 is more than you think, honestly.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's less than you think. Like,
Oh,
it's-
really?
There's like you say, especially if you have a good team, because like, dang, like, okay, I'm dropping this guy. I'm dropping
Right.
this guy.
Dude, I have a terrible team, and I'm struggling to, like, I want, like, 14 or 15 that I want to keep, and
Yeah.
I can't imagine for, like, you guys who have good players, you know? So,
So that's the hard
How
part.
How many players do we have total?
So if 12
bench?
people keep 12 players, that's 144 players.
No, I mean, how many people do we have on our team
Oh.
currently? Like,
I think it's 18.
18.
Yep.
Okay.
Not counting IR. And
Yeah.
And you have the taxi squad, which doesn't count against your total.
12. Yeah.
Yep.
Your 12.
So,
Obviously, I mean, on the taxi squad's probably not your best player. You're kind of banking on him
Yeah.
being good eventually. But yeah, the 12 adds up pretty fast
yeah.
for the good teams.
Yeah.
When you have a good bench and you have like for me, like Debo's probably gone, Ayuk's probably gone. It's people like that. It's like there's no room.
Yeah.
Mike Evans.
Unfortunately.
And that's the thing. Like, I would totally trade you a couple picks for that instead of you dropping them. So it'd be cool
yeah,
to
for
see,
sure.
like,
I'm not
how
dropping
that-
them without
yeah.
offering for
Yep.
sure. But
so it'd be fun to play this
know.
Yeah.
off season.
because you can liquidate your players and get like for me in my other league, I won and then liquidated a ton of players, got a ton of picks. So I had too many picks because my team was too big, but I narrowed it down and dropped people.
Yep.
But like, I mean, you can do that. You can go in with no picks, but
Yeah.
because once we drop our 12, then after that, you can go crazy. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
interesting. The off season should be fun in this.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Very fun.
It's gonna be a great league.
Yeah.
I'm
I see
just
it.
so excited for this whole league for the next 15, 20 years. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
I see once it gets closer, I think people will want to have that. Just the excitement of having a first-round pick
Yeah.
and getting to choose a rookie. I think people are going to – there's going to be some trades close to when that happens, I think.
Yeah. Especially just like learning more about the college players and building hype on players. It's,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's going to be fun. So,
Jace is definitely trading his first round picks away.
yeah.
Oh, for sure. It already
For sure,
started,
dude.
Too. It already started. It's but I don't hate the moves. I think
Yeah.
having all the first-round picks can be good, but if you're able to get some good players now, I think that's you limit your risk a little bit. So.
Yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We're hopefully going to do a couple more throughout the year leading up to the draft party, and then we're going to have a draft party video to get to kind of see the whole squad together. And then we'll just kind of do 3 or 4 throughout the year. So keep you guys updated, and, yeah, appreciate you tuning in. So,
See you next time.
see you next time.
Peace.
See ya.